Welcome to Wake and Bake, the official podcast of the TFGO League. I'm Louie. This is Mike.
Hello.
What's going on, Mike?
It's
How you been?
9:03 in the desert, and I'm already on my third drink. The Packers played today.
Nice.
Pretty nervous.
Opening day.
Yeah, not really
Is Rodgers
excited.
gonna make it through the game?
That's like what I'm scared about. I really just don't want to have another season that's like lost on the first game. So like if he's dying in the first quarter, like let's get him out. Let's put the backup in. Let him sacrifice himself, and we'll move on to next week. Like I really don't.
He needs to stay healthy first season and see what the team can actually do.
Exactly.
But
I mean, I don't
anyways,
expect
we
big
got
things until like week 6. Just like, sorry. Continue. Back to TFGO.
No, I like to hear your perspective coming from a Packers fan, so it's cool. But we had some happenings in the league over the past week. It's been a week since we've done a podcast. It was about week 2 at the time. Now we're into week 6 in TFGO. So a lot has happened, a lot to talk about. First topic, we had a major user violation by Cash Out, the Jets owner, who just decided to forego our rules with his user linebacker in his own. He just sprinted down the seam, covered a post, broke up the pass or intercepted it, I forget, but that's a big-time no-no. And quite frankly, he's lucky to still be in the league after that. Mike, what's your opinion on the situation?
I mean, I didn't watch it because it made me sad when I was like reading the chat and seeing what was happening. Like it was funny to read, but like I expect more. Cash Out. He's a good kid. I hate that he was super sincere in his apology, but like he still did it. So like just because like there gotta be consequences. So like there won't be another chance. And on top of you doing that, like you also traded Leonard Williams to the fucking devil for like a cupcake. So you enjoy your cupcake. And we'll all fucking deal with Marcus being able to stop the run now, since you were like, hey, let's give him another D lineman. A good one that's young and can develop. But you were like, no, a third-round pick's perfect. Let's give him to a good team. I have a rant for everyone. Stop trading with the good teams. If Nick contacts you, look away. If Marcus contacts you, look away. All you have to do is not give them either your old good players so their team stays good, or your good draft picks for their old players. All you got to do is that, and their teams will get worse, instead of us constantly just feeding them talent. Like fucking Leonard Williams. God damn it. Cash Out. Like, this makes me so mad. The week before I played him.
And that goes back to some things that happened.
Just bad week for you. Be better. We expect more.
Have other examples like in Madden 19, Tomac trading Chris Harris to Hawking.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Marcus getting Levante David, granted that worked out for Jack Bar, but David played for Marcus for like 4 seasons. That fucked with me hard. Marcus got, what D lineman did he get from the Saints? Cameron Jordan? No.
Cameron Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I get you want to move your old guys, but like, bad teams, start working with each other to work out trades so that we don't have to deal with the big bads all the time. The reason they get all the trades is because they send a second-round pick when you're copping for a 4th, because you know their second round is going to be basically a 3rd, and you know your 4th's basically a 3rd. Like, own up to it, pay a little high. I gave up a 5th for Shady. I didn't even want Shady. I just didn't want Nick to have him. That's the honest truth. Like, just do something to make them worse. Don't help them out.
I like to add to that, and it goes towards something I wanted to talk about, which is building your team. I get it's more fun to trade and wheel and deal and ship out the old guys and bring in young guys and develop them, but there's something to be said for kind of sticking to what the team's doing in real life as much as you can in year one for that sim feel. Like, I want to give Hawking some credit for sticking with Eli Manning, because that's probably what the Giants are going to do. Despite having Daniel Jones, top 6 or whatever pick at quarterback where he could easily develop him, but he's doing what's more sim, and I really like that. And I'm giving credit to Goose here too, because he's doing the same thing with Joe Flacco, despite having Drew Lock on the bench behind him. And I'm gonna call out D-Lee on the Redskins for starting Dwayne Haskins, and they announced they're starting Case Keenum, so he deliberately went the opposite way. Now he's racking up he's leading the league in passing yards. It's just absolutely crazy. I don't really know what's going on in Washington. Like that, he's got 23 touchdowns and like 15 interceptions already. What the fuck? And a quote of the week is by D. Lee also. He said, passing is too easy, which I can understand considering his yardage, but at the time he's also leading the league in interceptions. So I don't know.
I think my quote of the week is D. Lee
oxymoron there.
Tagging his opponent last night and asking him to DM him mid-game. Or, no, sorry, it wasn't D. Lee, it was the opposite. It was our new, who do you play, the Dolphins? Our new Dolphins user wanted him to DM him mid-game, which I've never seen before in the chat. I don't know. It's just a thing. Probably had to pause or something. I don't know. Maybe something personal going on. Maybe they were cheating. Just something to draw attention to. I'm a hawk. I see everything. Just know it. I will say about I look at Nick and I get a little frustrated because, let's be honest, the Packers never wheel and deal. Never. Ever. In my, ever. And, I really wish they would, and watching Nick do his thing is nice, but, it's frustrating to watch him make moves and, try to get these fucking assets, and then watching my Packers not do the same thing. It's very, very irritating. But, go out and get AJ Green, Nick. Pay heavy for him. Make it happen so it happens in real life. 'Cause that's what I want. I want that to happen.
I'm gonna continue a little rant here. I'm gonna continue to call out D. Lee on the Redskins. Sorry, man, but I just have to do it. Leading the league in offense with the Redskins, up to his same old cheesy offense, base aligning on defense with the weird alignments and shit, and generally just being a dick about stuff. Especially scheduling. When is your schedule more important than everybody else's? Everybody's got shit to do. When you're busy, that's when it's even more important to have a schedule and stick to it, because then we can actually plan stuff. People don't have all day to wait around for your bullshit. It's inconsiderate, disrespectful. Personally, I just think he was scared to play Hawking. But I'm going to end the rant now. We can move on.
I want to throw something in there. D. Lee, we know we love you. Just be better. You've been around for fucking ever. I don't know what your deal is this year. I'm pretty sure you're planning on playing the season and quitting. I don't really you're not really paying attention.
If you don't care,
it's
then
just kind of
leave.
frustrating.
But if you're gonna be here, be here.
But we like you. At least I like you. I had no issue. Just come back to us. We miss you. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I'm pelvic thrusting right now.
All right. Next topic. Moving on. Let's talk about hit sticks. Personally, I think they're overpowered. People use them too much. There's not enough risk. Too much reward. And the thing that really bugs me is there's a suction to them. They're the new conservative tackle. I'm getting hit sticked from 4 yards away. You can see the guy's not in position, and then he warps into the hit stick.
Yeah, I think the worst part about it is the angle. They'll have no angle, and then they'll hit stick, and then all of a sudden they'll warp to having an angle, and it'll force a fumble. But there's no way physically they could hit them with the type of force they hit them with from where they are. That bothers the shit out of me. It happened to me against Marcus, I think, and I pretty much called him a bunch of names on my stream, I think, because I was like, "Fuck you, you stupid!" That's such bullshit. But I agree, it's overpowered. With that said, I didn't know how to do it for the first 3 weeks. Now that I know how to do it, I get why I was getting wrecked the first 3 weeks when I wasn't doing it. It's so much easier than just running into people. And if you miss, it doesn't, there's, like you said, there's really no risk. Because, the odds of you hitting them running straight line are about the same as if you hit stick and miss.
If you go for 4 hit sticks in a row, miss one, but your teammate's gonna tackle him. the chances of you landing the other 3 and getting a fumble on one of those, it's like so worth it to just go for it every time. If you give up 4 first downs and then get a fumble, that's a win. You know,
it's a stop. Like, yeah, it's another thing. I mean, I think we can bat it. I think we were talking about this last night when we were playing Apex, me, Hawking, and Tomac, but just the idea like we should wait the year for rule changes or slider changes, just because, let's be real, Madden's going to keep changing like it always does. They're going to keep adding shit. Maybe we'll get a kick meter. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But, like, it's going to keep changing, and if we just change shit in the middle of the season, I don't think that's the best look for what's best for the league. Like, I think we should lower fumbles if it keeps up like this and they don't patch sticking. I think, like, you can figure out ways around it. It's just a matter of, but yeah, it's fucking ridiculous right now. Especially, I'm sure playing SG isn't fun. I haven't done it in this league, but, oh, did he pillage me.
I played him a couple times before the season started,
Yep.
and it got me heated. I
Dude,
don't like to get
Derwin's
mad
like
at
a
SG because he's
super
just
player.
a nice guy, but I couldn't help it and I yelled at him.
He is a loser. No, that's not true. I really like SG. I just give him
Yeah.
unrelenting
Cool
shit for no reason. Oh,
He's-
cool people.
Yeah.
Hella Waggy's kind
He's
of
just not fun to play
kind of
against.
different. I like that guy. He's like a little me.
Hill weighty.
I call him Hella Waggy because, like,
There's an 8 in there, so I thought it was pronounced hell weighty when you type it out.
that sounds meaner.
All right. So hit sticks. We hit on that. Now let's talk about Goose and Ty. That's a fun rivalry. I want to see like develop and grow. I want to see them both get on a face cam.
Goose and Ty. I don't want to look at Ty's ugly ass face, bro. Like, oh, I'm kidding. But like, I'd like to see it. My thing is, like, I don't want that rivalry to become real because Ty's good with his words. He can eat Goose alive. Like, it doesn't matter what Goose said. Like, Ty used to wrestle. Ty knows how to talk. I've seen him do it on, like, film and shit and just talking with him. He can fuck around with your mind a little bit. I wouldn't want to fuck with him if I were Goose. That said, like, Ty also sucks at Madden. So, like, Goose could whoop his ass. Who knows? I mean, he did drop
And
40 on him.
that's the ultimate, argument is winning in the game, which Goose took the first game. So I don't know. I think that could be something fun to monitor.
The new rivalry for Madden. Dude, you're 5-1. Holy shit.
Yeah, you're my only loss, you fucking dick. Let's talk about
Yeah.
that game, me and you.
Yeah. I did good. It was a good game.
Yeah.
I was frustrated a lot of it. Odell,
Were you?
that one touchdown you threw to Odell, I'm pretty sure I, like, muted my mic because I was audibly calling you a bunch of names. Because, like, it wasn't like a prayer, but, like, you threw it late and it was coverable, but it's Odell. So, like, and Baker put it in the
He's
perfect
had some
spot.
ridiculous catches.
Yeah. I mean, I just looked at one, going to the ridiculous catch thing. I thought he was going to catch that one in the fourth quarter with like a minute 02 left. That bomb you
The
huffed.
fourth down
where
one?
he
Oh,
went,
the bomb,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought for sure he was going to catch that, and I thought I was about to lose on that bullshit, and I was going to get so mad. My thing about
I
our
wasn't
game is
expecting that
fumble
catch.
by Lamar on the 1 yard line on 4th and goal was the dumbest Madden thing I've seen in my life. And I know it could happen, but, like, that doesn't happen. All he has to do is fall forward. You fucked me up. I got murdered.
I mean, chances of stopping a QB sneak are pretty low, but it does happen. The fumble, notwithstanding, didn't really matter because it was fourth downs. But I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I will
wasn't even
say,
mad about the stop. I was mad the ball went 4 yards the other direction. And you got the ball on the 5 yard line.
It was a ridiculous looking play. After all said and done, it didn't really matter in the scheme of things. But
no,
I did have my own fumble on the 1 yard line.
That was funny with
my quarterback. God damn, that
we trade.
That was it was a really good game. I'll be honest.
It was fun to
You
watch.
have this
those highlights
scheme where like you kind of know what's coming, but there's a lot of misdirectional runs in Lamar, and you
A
got
lot of
stable
pulling,
running
dude.
backs that are good. And I'm like, just doing my best to keep you under like 5 yards of carry, and you grind so much clock. Like I thought I did pretty well on offense, but all it took was like one stop, and then you grinded the clock down from 5 minutes and gave me no time left, and I needed a touchdown, and I couldn't get it. So hats off, my friend.
I still think my most valuable player at the end of the season will be Nick Boyle. I don't know what Marcus was doing when he gave him 79 run block, but like, I thank you.
That's absurd. That's absurd.
I thank you.
I will say that
Marcus.
this isn't over, and I will get my revenge. So.
Oh, for sure. I expect to lose by 30 at least in the future. I don't know about this year, because this year my team's weirdly good on defense.
If you just run the ball
won't
and
last.
don't, I don't think you had.
If I don't
did you have
throw
any
picks.
turnovers or
I
any
had
picks?
a bunch of my first 2 games. I didn't have any against you. I had a fumble.
Yeah, you just
Lamar.
had the fumble, but
Yep.
that's if you can go without throwing interceptions, you're gonna win a lot of games.
Well, and since my first 2 games, I think I threw 1 against Marcus. I threw like 5 in the first 2 weeks. 10 touchdowns, 7 picks, 940 yards with Lamar passing. 410 on the ground.
All right,
Jesus Christ.
At least you're having fun. You're running your scheme and sticking to it. You had a couple fourth down runs that usually teams will pass, and you stick to your scheme. So I commend that. And
It's Wisconsin in me, man. I just
Yeah.
want to run the football because it's fun when it goes well. When it's not going, like Tomac, I don't know if you watched that game at all because you said you were going to listen to the stream and you fell asleep. Tomac stymied me, dude. In the quarter, I think I had like negative 15 rushing yards. I don't know what he was doing. He was putting his D-line wide. He was sending his pinching his linebackers, doing a bunch of defensive adjustments. If I ran a read or any sort of read option, Lamar would get murdered by a spy. Like,
I'll have to watch
happened.
that game so I can get some tips on how to stop you. Let's
no, he did good.
let's move on. And did you have any topics you wanted to bring up, or?
I guess for me, like, I didn't really write you down. We advanced a lot, so I kind of lost track of things. Nick looks like he's picked up his game quite a bit, which, like, I love to see. Go Pack, go. But, like, at the same time, Nick, you're the devil. I think that our 3 big bad undefeateds are kind of interesting. Between Chris, we got the Ginger Baby, and then we got Hawking.
On that
Hawking's
note,
division's weird.
it's
Chris and
they're
Hawkins.
stacked.
Yeah, Chris and Hawkins
That's-
is an interesting matchup because I don't think they've played.
They haven't, not this Madden yet.
No, I don't
They
think they
will.
played last Madden either. Did they?
They did. They did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
what Chris
pretty
quit
sure.
after. He basically disappeared like a coward. Sorry, Chris.
My point,
Oh.
I wanted to bring up a point, is that Chris is back with a vengeance.
Oh,
His
yeah.
running game is as good as ever. Like, that was his staple. And he's just tearing it up. He just got the dev increase with his rookie running back. So I can't wait for fucking 8 seasons of Miles Sanders. He's going to be 99 overall by the time we finish. He beat Nick pretty comfortably, if I remember correctly. So, that just puts him already in the upper echelon of teams. So I'm looking
I do
forward
have
to
some-
8 seasons of Chris and Hawking.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I think that division. I mean, I don't think D-Lee's gonna have very much fun. I don't think War Hero. I think War Hero needs to step his game up a little bit. I'm interested to see what he does this Madden because like this is the first time he's been in a situation where he's not like an alpha in his division. He may be the 3rd best team, which is interesting. I don't think that's
I
happened
think
yet.
he's kind of in the position I was in last Madden, because I was in a division with Hawking and SG3, and I was kind of like
He wants to
third
play-
wheel,
He
just
gets to play
fighting for a
spoiler,
wild
kind of.
card.
Yeah. His job is to kind of just be as good as possible and hopefully steal one game from one of them, maybe both of them. I don't know. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see how because like I think the other thing that happens is your division, like as you play, you get accustomed to people and kind of like their tendencies, And so that's like my one thing with this Ravens team is I'm scared that if I can't start throwing, like I really have to stay pretty one-dimensional. I mean, two-dimensional since Lamar can run, but like I guess it's quarterback run or running back run. Which one are you prepared for? So if I can get Lamar to the ability to make like average passing, it'll give me an offense. I'm still curious what he does with Wentz because I don't think he's really tried throwing the ball much, Chris. I'm gonna look at his team.
He hasn't really had to
stats
that I know of.
Oh, I guess he's got 1,500 yards, 17 touchdowns, 9 picks, 119 completions. Damn, it's so many more than Lamar's 54. What the fuck? I had something I was just gonna talk about, and now it's gone. It's making me mad. What's it?
Shout out to the Colts. Razorhog thinks the wishbone offense is the greatest offense in the history of the game. I think Alabama would win every year if they ran it. I don't know if I agree with that, but just want to give a shout out.
You just want to shout out
I'm not going to elaborate on that. Yeah. Absolutely hate the wishbone, so I'll leave it at that.
I had something I want to say, but now it's gone. It's making me super fucking mad. It was a good topic, too.
Oh, and the Colts, Razorhog, he beat Marcus recently,
nice.
So kudos to him. That's always
Marcus
a good thing, taking down the commissioner.
Instantly tried to get something banned afterwards.
Yes, immediately after he tried to ban the dollar formation, rushing 3 passers because his tackles were getting owned. Actually, what happened was he blocked 7, he double-teamed the edge or whatever, and instead of the guard and the tackle double-teaming the edge, the tight end on the outside got singled up on the edge rusher. And then the two guys inside were just kind of masturbating on each other.
Nice. I mean, I really think that there's something to be said about adjustments having negative actions as well as positive ones. Like, making them at the right time works. But, like, part of why I ended up being able to come back on Tomac because I figured out a way to make his adjustments work against him. I figured, I mean, when he was sending his D-line wide and pinching his linebackers, like, I knew I'd have gaping holes up the middle. And if I didn't, I'd be able to bounce it. Like, I mean, you can just find holes in it. But so that's why I think making adjustments, like, while doubling is great, you have the ability to, like, just because you double someone doesn't mean they're blocked. Yeah, like,
right.
Like,
you have to be careful when you use it.
Yeah, it's all about
it's a chess match. I think if he'd just blocked too many people, and the guys on the interior had no one to block.
Yeah, well, and when you try to double up, like the double thing, I think it works, but I also think it changes the scheme of like the way people block, which fucks you. Like when I did it against Marcus, I tried to double on the inside, and it absolutely got me worked on the edge because I didn't keep the tight end in. Like, you just need to make better choices, knowing how to use it the right way. Just because you do it doesn't mean it's guaranteed.
The one time I used double team on an edge rusher, they just completely left the opposite edge rusher unblocked. So I still have to figure out how exactly that'll be successful and when to use it. Yeah.
I didn't do it against Myles Garrett one time, and he ate me alive. Myles Garrett's having a year.
He's eating everyone alive, and I need to slow him down because I'm going to be without him for like the last quarter of the year if I don't.
What's he at?
16. He's got 16 sacks. God damn it. That's too many.
Jesus.
Block Myles Garrett. Get rid of the ball. Future opponents. Stop letting him sack you.
I don't even know if I have 16 team sacks. 2, 4, 6, 7.5.
I don't want them anymore.
8.5, 9.5. Yeah, I have 10 total team sacks. So
he's going to end up just playing rundowns for me for the second half of the season. I will say, Marcus, before making the rash decision of banning a formation, he came to the league office, got our input, and then, backed down and agreed that we need more sample size to make any kind of decision like that. So, being the good Kamish he is, he's a good Kamish. He is human also. So, we have our emotions. We have each other to keep ourselves in check.
He's full of shit.
Also, fuck Marcus.
He lies. He's in Chicago watching the Packers, and I hate him for it. That's the truth. But I think Fuck, I had another thing we said and it's gone. I need to drink less, man. What is going on? My memory's fucked.
You need to
I had something good to say.
Write your shit down.
I know. Well, I just don't have a pen. I'm walking around my room in circles, dancing basically to like the Madden soundtrack. That's what I've been doing this entire time. Fuck.
You're running around in circles. You're not at your Xbox?
Essentially. I mean, I'm standing in front of it. I'm holding my controller. I'm dancing with the mic in my head.
Huh.
Like, I'm a weird guy, Ace. Like, I do what I do when I do what I do. Pretty pissed I have a game against Fury Mule. Fury Mule? Fury Mule. Fury Mule is kind of a better name. Yep. I got him next week, which we're not advancing until tomorrow at 4, you said, I think. So unless I play at my girlfriend's house tomorrow night. Game at 4. Yeah. Unless I play at my girlfriend's house tomorrow night, like, which I don't see happening. I mean, maybe it happens. I do have an Xbox there. I don't know.
Just do it.
I have no idea how
You're driving her ass back to Arizona. The least she can do is let you play your Madden game.
True. Well, hopefully
you can tell her I said so. You hear that, Mal?
I'll tell her Marcus's boss. Marcus's boss. That's how I refer to you. Like, my parents have been talking. Like, my parents are like, "Who are you hanging out with?" I was like, "Marcus's boss." They're like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm hanging out with Marcus's boss." What? Yeah, we're in the Madden League. You wouldn't get it. Like, I don't know if have you ever had to explain the Madden League to other people? Like, it's hard, dude. That's one of the things in real life. Like, I don't try to explain it normally. I try to just avoid it. But people ask me what I'm doing on my phone because, like, I have an issue with looking away from Discord, if anyone hasn't noticed. I have, like, this ADD thing where I just want to post there because it's, like, yeah, to avoid, but I hate Twitter. So I just do it there.
No, it keeps the chat active. It's cool. You're not, like, doing it in an annoying way like D-Money, who would post the weirdest things.
I like saying Nick's name, and I like typing it a lot of times in a row. That's all I got to say about that.
Nick.
But, yeah, dude, Nick is a clown. I love that he's the Packers, but, like, I'm going to be honest. If there was a user I really didn't want to be the Packers, it was Nick. He's a good person. I'm a big fan of him, but, like, that's my team, man. And, like, when you play Madden, I get mad watching Nick play. And then he gets mad when he was losing. I don't know if you saw his chat last night. That was comedy. Him versus the Lions, chat.
I read a little bit of it.
That chat was like my favorite chat that's happened since the old Texans was here. It was like Nick at one point was like, "Bro, you suck," and he was down by 7, just telling him that other guy sucks, which is like the worst move. Like the worst move. Like
it's like not giving your opponent any credit.
Yeah, I mean, I totally did that against the Dolphins in Week 1, but Connor sucked.
I've done I did it to the
he sucks.
Lions last year when he beat me. I was like, well, congrats on Madden giving you the win.
I did it.
And then I felt bad about it, and I deleted the chat immediately.
I messaged him afterwards and was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I overreacted." I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah,
dude.
I've had a few messages like that too.
Hey. I was a little too mean.
I think we all get mean, or we all get mad after a loss. No one likes to lose. Very few of us take losses gracefully, and it's something we can all work on.
Well, it sucks. I mean, the weird thing about this game is there are games where Madden doesn't have like an impact. Like, I felt like our game when we played, there was no like bullshit going on. It just felt like a normal Madden game. Like, fun. I enjoyed myself. There wasn't like, there were some weird fumbles and like some stuff like that, but like it went both ways. And then there are the other games where like you fumble 3 times in your own 40-yard line because the other guy hit sticks and you have no control over what you do other than the fact that you can cover the ball harder. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
This is a weird Madden. Like, the polar opposites. Like, Madden 19, it felt like every game got fucked with by the dumb passing arcs and the ridiculous linebackers and stuff like that. In this one, it's almost like you get your games where it's perfect, and then you get your games where it's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, you hand the ball off to the right, and all of a sudden 4 defenders somehow can't tackle someone. And they go flying out to the outside. Like, the tackling at the point of ball like completion, I think, is really weird in this game. You ever notice that? Like, you catch a pass, and as he's catching the pass, like the player almost becomes untackleable, and people will just like fall off him.
Yeah, like
Or
the
at the
CPU
point of
will just kind of
handoff.
dive and fall down.
Yep. Or like at the point of handoff, they'll juke to the right or just get the ball, but like they'll be untouchable for a second. It's almost like there's an imperfection in the game when the ball moves, which is interesting because I've never really noticed that in Madden. Normally before it was like you catch it, and if the tackling animation was coming, he was not going to even catch it. He was just going to throw the ball halfway across the field. Like
There's
now it's
definitely
kind of
some
random.
Yeah.
Got
I mean,
a lot of
it's-
really
it's-
ups,
there's
but it's
still
got some
some-
downs. I'm kind of conflicted about how I feel about it so far. Madden 19
I will
is so
say
shitty
it's-
that like I love it. I'll say that.
It makes
Like,
this Madden look a lot better.
Yeah.
By comparison, the game's not perfect. Still got a lot of glitches and a long way to go. It is a lot more fun, I think, for the most part, than Madden 19. So at least we're moving in the right direction. Hopefully, they continue to fix patches and stuff.
Dude, I just
And-
want the kick meter. That's such a fucking issue.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's like a
It's
big one for me.
ridiculous. It's
I mean, it shouldn't
ridiculous.
affect
We all
every
know about
game.
that. It's
Yeah.
I got it for the first time the other day, and luckily it didn't have too much of an impact.
Did you make the kick or did you just go for it?
It was just a punt. It was a punt.
Ah, gotcha. Gotcha.
So, do you have any other topics to bring up? I think this is a good place to
Yeah,
call
kind
it
of
a
call it.
podcast.
Yeah, I don't have anything
Yeah.
to talk about other than Jesus Christ, the Fury Mule. Fury Mule, if you're listening, let's maybe try to play Friday night. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to be able to play a game. So, yeah. That's all I got. I'm going to go keep
All right,
drinking until the Packers lose. Jam, give me your perspective on the Packers before we call it. What's going to happen? What's the final?
I'm positive, optimistic about them. I think LaFleur and Rodgers is a good matchup if they can mesh their personalities a little bit. If Rodgers can buy in, so I'm in for the Packers this season.
How do you
I
feel about
drafted
tonight, though?
A-Rod
I guess
in
that's
my
my-
fantasy league. I think they'll win. I picked them in the pool that I'm in. So
Ooh.
I'm in on the Packers.
Jam's in on the Packers. This is the best news I've heard all day. I'm jumping up and down with joy. I'm going to go keep drinking until the game, or I'll fall asleep. And
Cheers, my friend.
And I'll feel better. I don't know. Hopefully it goes well. Go
Right.
Pack, go.
Indeed, and go Patriots. And thanks everyone for watching. If you want to watch some tackles made without his sticks, go watch some of my streams because I rarely use them and I rarely miss tackles. So thanks for everyone for watching. We'll see you later. This has been Wake and Bake.